Go outside your farm, go and do this. Like, here, we take your job.
Like you're human and you're learning every day, you'll be good.
Yeah, sure. So, as a PM, once your strength is only in writing documents, I think AI can just wipe you off.
Hi everyone, welcome to Tech Slices. We're so glad you're joining us today. So Tech Slices is a conversation space where we break down complex tech topics into tiny bits that are understandable, relatable, and most importantly for people who are trying to transition into the tech career, into the tech industry. So this is a space you should be. And today is our pilot episode. So this is the first episode and we've had this in the works for like how many months now. And we're just so excited because, when we think about tech, it's always like very complex for people, but we just wanted to create a space where it's just easy. We can laugh, gist about tech basically. And yeah, so welcome. I have a colleague of mine today, an amazing colleague of mine. And the reason why I say it's amazing is because when I first joined McTavish, right, this was just like, so overwhelming. How it feels like when you're joining a company for the first time. And Olatunde was the first person to compliment my work, and it's meant a lot to me. And yes, it's just really nice for me to be able to have the pilot episode with someone that has already shown me kindness in the past. So yeah, hi Olatunde. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing fine. I'm so happy to be here. I'm quite glad that I'm the first person to actually come to talk at this podcast, and it's really a nice experience for me. Yeah.
Thank you so much because I had to actually choose you. But that just shows that you're just a really, really nice person. So tell us more about yourself, what you do, and what you do at Academy.
Okay. My name is Joseph Olatunde. I'm a product manager who has been working in the tech space now for 5 years. So at McTavish, I work as a product manager. I work at the intersection of software, which I try to bring everybody together on the project, the devs, the design team, the marketing team, the sales team, and also my job at McTavish is to make sure that whatever project or product I'm working on comes out fine and it comes out well. So that's what I do.
So I do have a question though. Yeah. So have you ever had like a bad project where it was just going crazy and you had to take the fall for it?
Yeah. So I have a project like that, where it wasn't initially being built by us. So, my day to day, I find that the project is just going sideways and not as I expected. And taking the fall for it is something that, I wouldn't say because it wasn't being worked on by us initially, but then, yeah.
Alright, so nice because I feel like product managers are the ones that are doing the lot of work. Because imagine having to manage people. Do you get what I mean? You have to chase people for their deadlines, right?
It's really hard managing people. So it's really hard. The devs, they already know what they want. You write your code, you get your outputs. The designers, you get on your Figma, you design your stuff. You already know, 1 + 1 is 2, right? But for product managers, your work is kind of depending on others.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little bit harder. Yeah.
Alright, well that's really nice. I'm so excited you're joining us today. So the topic for today's episode is AI, hype, or video. And I think I really love this topic because obviously everybody's talking about AI these days.
Yeah.
But most people, when they think about AI, they're thinking of two things. The first thing is AI going to take my job?
Yeah.
Right? And then the second one is people are making so much money from AI, or people would make so much money from AI. So that's what we're going to talk about today, right? So the topic is just AI, hype, or video. But before we get into the conversation, so I'd like to share a fun fact about AI. I think nobody really knows this, so I'm just gonna bring up my phone for this. So do you know that modern AI, for example, ChatGPT, is built on something called transformer models, introduced in a 2017 paper by researchers at Google? I think this is really cool. I really thought AI. So it just shows that AI has been in the makings for years.
AI has been.
Right, that's crazy actually.
Yeah.
So these models are trained on massive amounts of human written data, books, websites, conversation, basically anything that you can find on the internet. Because people think AI is read your mind, or AI is human that can think. But it's just basically picking data from the internet, basically. Yeah. And what they're actually doing is predicting the next most probable word in a sequence. So technically, AI doesn't understand anything, basically. It's just really good at pattern recognition and probability. That sounds like, because sometimes when people would ask AI, like, oh, for me, for example, like if I should get into trouble, if I always go and meet AI, this happened today, what should I do? And then AI would give you like this really nice advice, and you think that, wow, AI is so smart and intelligent. But no, that means somebody in the past somewhere had gone through that situation before, and AI just pulled the data from it and just gave it back to you, like for a solution. But we always think like AI understands me, but no, it's just like, just pattern recognition.
Yeah, so it works, almost like the human brain. So what the scientists are trying to actually model is they're trying to model the human brain. So as a human, if I ask you a question now and you don't know it, it's not because you don't know it, it's because you don't have the data for that question.
Oh, wow.
So we function in a way very closely to AI.
Really?
Yeah. The AI, what scientists like Google DeepMind, Claude and all this stuff, what they're trying to model is the human brain. So because right from our childhood, we've been picking data here and there, data, and we are learning on this data. So the data that we are not able to pick are the data that we are ignorant of.
Okay.
So that is why you see that they train these models on particular thing. So what they do not train this model on, this model cannot know.
Yeah, and then it would lie. Like AI actually tells us, and it's so wrong sometimes. Like so annoying.
You will just be confident.
Yeah. Okay, I actually saw something that is so funny. So this guy asked AI, so is there an X in December? And AI was like, yes, surely, like there's an X in the word December. And he thought, okay, spell it. Like, spell the word with an X. And it was quiet because he realized that it had just been lying. Yeah. So I guess, I totally get what you mean, like about the fact that it's been ignorant of some things it does not know.
Yeah.
And then when it doesn't know it, instead of it to be like, oh, I don't know it. Then it will just like, and it's get up, and you're like, you're wrong. Alright, that's really nice. Honestly, I actually learned something new today. That's really nice to know. So I do have some questions for you, actually. Okay, so first of all, like when you heard about AI, the first time you heard about AI, were you excited or were you concerned? Because some people, they actually have this fear of AI. For example, they'll be like, oh, AI is going to take over the world. That kind of thing. Like, oh, AI is 666, Antichrist, that kind of thing. So what was your initial reaction to it? Were you curious, concerned?
I'll say that initially when ChatGPT came out, that was in 2022. That was when I heard of it, when it started going rampant and everybody was like on it. So I created an account and then I started using it because then I just started my web development, I just started JavaScript and all. So I just pasted some code and it gave me some answers. Then I was like, you are fucked. So as a PM, then after a while, because if you stay on the internet, especially Twitter, there are a lot of crazy stuff going on there. People will be like, just quit, go outside your farm, go and do it. Like, hey, I will take your job. I would say that at the beginning for me, it was a bit scary. I was scared. I was like, this thing is going to take over and all. But after a while, that went away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, how did it go away actually?
So for me, when I was reading about the history of tech, right? So whenever a new technology is being invented, there is this fear, right?
Okay.
In the heart of humans. So in the beginning, when internet started, the .com bubble and all, the .com era. So a lot of people also were scared. A lot of people were like, this thing is going to ruin us. This thing is bad. It's going to destroy us.
Yeah.
The typewriters there, people who were typing were like, what is this? People who their job was really based on the manual way of doing things were scared, right? But people who were able to pivot, people were able to pivot. They were the ones that are now the king today. People like Jeff Bezos and all, people who capitalized on the internet. So I just feel like today, when I sat down, like, the best thing for me is just to capitalize on this thing.
Okay.
Just learn how agents works, learn how to vibe code, learn how to program, and learn how to use the computer to actually program. So if I'm able to do this, then I think that the future is mine. I'll be part of it.
Okay, so I think for people that are listening to this, like AI is not going to take your job, but you just have to learn how to adapt to AI, right?
Yeah.
But I do think there's some jobs AI will take there.
Yeah, so there are some jobs that AI will wipe off,
Yeah.
but the thing is that you just have to pivot.
Yeah, it's another
Just have,
industry.
yes, pivot, yeah.
basically. Like learn more skills and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Because it's so funny because, you know, as a social media manager, let me say like not 5, let's say like 10 years ago, there was no such thing as social media manager.
Yeah.
Basically. So that means in the next 10 years, there'll be like new jobs
There'll
that
be new
nobody
jobs.
will
Yeah.
like
There'll be new jobs.
have even like heard of.
Yeah.
And then the best thing for you is just to like adapt to the changing times. So there's really no need for you to be like scared with I take my job. Like as long as like you're human and you're learning every day, you'll be good.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay. So another question I do have is like, as a product manager, what do you use AI for? Like day-to-day AI?
Yeah, in my day-to-day, I use AI for breaking things down. For me, let's say I have a task, I have a ticket, I look at this ticket, I'll tell AI, break it down for me. I'll even tell AI to sometimes write me acceptance criteria, because sometimes these models understand they understand the feature better than you. They have some perspective that you might not even have as a human. I will just tell AI day to day to scrutinize my task and come up with acceptance criteria. Sometimes I use AI to write PRDs, right? So PRD is like a document that contains all the requirements of the products. Let's say, for example, we want to build a logistic app. So you are going to write a PRD, which is going to contain the requirements for the product. Like you should have this, you should have that, you should not do this, you should not do that. The product should do this and not do that. So I tell AI, I describe it, I feed it with data, and it comes out with a very, very fine PRD for me. So what I just do is I just review the PRD, because sometimes AI can hallucinate and all. So I just go through my PRD myself and I'll be like, no, I don't want this. I don't want this. I want this. This is fine. So that's what I do in my day to day.
Yeah, when you said AI can hallucinate, you know, some people who ask AI for advice, you know, on the internet, they'll be like, oh, AI, I just killed, I don't know, my mom right now. What should I do? And AI will be like, wow, I totally understand. You're looking out for yourself. You know, like, but my AI doesn't do that. Like, my AI will tell you, because the time I was trying to like debate my AI, like, oh, I want to kill somebody right now, that kind of thing. And my AI was like, oh, you need help.
Yeah, ChatGPT does that. ChatGPT does that.
So like, why are some people AI different though? Because that's crazy. I think some people are probably just, you know, staging it online just for likes and virality.
I'm not sure. So there is something that Claude introduced. I've forgotten the term. It's inside their app where you can tell the AI the kind of tone you want.
Okay.
And you can command it on how you want it to behave. Okay. So you tell it. There was a time I told my Claude, I said that scrutinize me properly, don't take my bullshit, just scrutinize my word and all. And I discovered that when I asked him something, he would be like, this is rubbish. Yeah. No, this doesn't make sense. So he was working based on command that I gave it. So you can always do that, always prompt it.
Yeah. And I think it's because AI is also programmed to be likable, like for you to like it. No, for it. You have to be likable, something like that. So it wants to please you. Do you get what I mean? But there's a time when I told him like, oh, no bluff, like be as real as possible. And to really tell you like, I don't know, there's a time when people were doing this, show a pictorial representation of how I treat you. I don't know.
I know that trend, yeah.
And then my AI was like, you stress me, like 3 a.m. in the morning, you're bringing ideas and strategy and like, there's not, like, you're thinking of so many things at the same time. Pick one, do you get? But initially it was like, oh, you're so hardworking, ambitious. But then I was like, don't be nice, like, tell me how really I am. And I was like, yes, like, you're thinking of so many things at the same time. So I feel like, like, AI is actually programmed to also be like likable, but sometimes it depends on like what you said, maybe like the code command you've given it before. Okay, so I do have another question for you actually. What is it like you're doing right now that that AI cannot do for you in your job as product manager?
Yeah, so I feel like in the product space, AI is very, very good with things like documents, PLDs, writing product specs and stuff like that, breaking down tasks, acceptance criteria and all of those stuff. But when it comes to things like stakeholder management,
Okay.
it's really tough because stakeholder management has to do with human relationships. So you want to talk with the sponsor of the project. They want to get your input. You want to chase down this guy. You want to chase down that guy. I'm not sure I can do that. So for me, anything that has to do with some sort of human touch, currently, AI cannot do that in the product space. But once it has to do with writing specs, writing documents, and all those stuff, you can do it. So as a PM, once your strength is only in writing documents, I think AI can just wipe you off. But you need to be good in other things like having product sense. There's something we call product sense. Looking at product critically and looking at it like, how can I make this product better? So AI can still assist you in that, but it doesn't have the full ownership over that. But when it comes to documents, to wipe you off. So yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite AI tool?
I use Claude. Like most of the time I use Claude for my stuff. I rarely use ChatGPT. I don't know, because I feel like it's not as smart as Claude. So I use Claude in all of my stuff. But sometimes when I'm coding, I use Gemini Pro. Yeah, those are my favorites.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I use ChatGPT. I've been a ChatGPT girly, but I'm going to obviously switch to Claude because I heard that people say ChatGPT is not as smart as Claude. So
yeah, another thing is that ChatGPT is also smart, but not as smart as Claude. So yeah, but if you're on their premium, I guess it's smarter. But they make their free versions a little bit dumb.
Very dumb.
Yeah.
I'm very annoyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to play like a game now. So I'm going to like say statements and then you would detect it if it is either hype or video.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is AI replacing designers, hype or video?
For me it's an hype.
Oh, why?
Yeah, AI replacing designers. For small apps, it can work, right? I use Stitch by Google. So whenever I want to,
what's Stitch by? I've never heard of
yeah, Stitch by Google is an AI tool created by Google, right? It gives you design, just like Figma. It gives you screens and all. You can just prompt it like, say, I want to build an e-commerce website.
It builds websites for you.
It will just give you the design, right?
Okay.
To just build the design out for you. You feed it enough data. You send it your style guide, like your colors, your fonts. You describe how you want it to look like. You can even feed it with some pictures and all, and it will come out with the design for you. But when it comes to like complex systems, I still believe that the human touch is still necessary. You still need to understand the UX. You still need to understand psychology of humans, how it works. Okay, if I place the button here, if you write the text this way. So I still believe that it is the designers that will still bring out the real.
Right, yeah, that will prompt it.
Yeah, they will prompt it.
I agree. So another one, AI generated influencers. I probably review. Like, have you seen like Jana, like influencers that they use AI to create like videos and have you seen those ones? Like
AI accounts, right?
Yeah, social media accounts, yeah.
I think that's a real deal because I saw one time and I'm like, there was no difference between, I found it so hard to differentiate between, okay, like, is this a human or is this, but
But you know what's funny? There's gonna be a human behind the account, so the human is almost like the influencer. So
wow,
yeah.
wow, I never knew that. So,
Oh yeah, like it's actually like for me, for example, if I want to make money now, right? Yeah, you just like open a social media account and then you create your AI and the AI will, and I think it's even better because you don't spend so much money. Because if you're an influencer, you want to like, spend money on makeup, buy outfits and everything. And you can just create it with AI. Obviously, you probably pay for like a premium account or something. But yeah. But I do think AI, yeah, like I think it's also like it's real thing. But people should really start looking into that to make money, to be honest. Unless if there's going to be like a policy, do you get like, oh, like they even say now that AI can make gospel music. Yeah, like, and then the question is, if AI makes gospel music, is that music still going to glorify God or not? Do you get?
It's you. There's already a tool for that. I think that's Suno.
Yeah, Suno, yeah.
Yeah, so for making music and all. So I think it's just what you, at the end of the day, a human is still behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, maybe I don't know much about spirituality in that aspect, but I feel like it will still glorify God.
Right.
Since it's still a human that wrote it.
Yeah, I agree too. I agree. Okay, so let me see. AI running full business. I probably do.
That's really not a hype. That's like a real deal.
Really?
Yeah, because we are having software as a service like SaaS products that we only have one person running the code. The person is the one managing the social media, and these guys will tell you that they have users, right? So the AI will be the one, like Cloud Code will be the one writing the code for them and all. They just manage the marketing and all. So at the end of the day, they might not even have more than two persons working on it.
Wow.
So yeah, it's getting to that level now where people are not doing that.
But it will depend on the type of business.
Yeah, it depends on the type of business actually. Let's say a very tiny SaaS application, you can do that. Yeah, maybe let's say you build a screen recorder, you build an app that records screen. Somebody can easily just manage that. But when it comes to applications like logistics and all, you might get really, really overwhelmed.
Okay. So this one, you're just gonna say agree or disagree, right? Okay. So AI will make creativity worse. Agree or disagree?
I disagree.
What? Are you serious? Oh, okay. Why?
So AI will make creativity worse.
Yes.
I disagree. I feel like AI is just help you to be more creative.
But I do think people are no longer using their brains anymore.
Yeah, but I don't blame AI for that. I still blame humans for that. So if you have AI and you don't want to use your brain anymore, I think I would just blame you at the end of the day. So I feel like you should just amplify whatever you have in your head. Right.
Okay, yeah. Like for somebody that is a creative, it's gonna really help if like you're extremely talented, you're creative, you're hardworking, it will make you better. But if you're like lazy,
so there was something I saw on the internet recently, and I think I do agree with it. So it said that AI is going to make the better ones the best. While the terrible ones are going to be more terrible.
Wow.
So like full reliance on it, right? Full reliance on it is going to make it terrible. So I feel like it's not going to make creativity worse. So I feel like it's just going to enhance your creativity.
Okay, another one is anyone not using AI will struggle in the next 2 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Even my mom uses AI now. In fact, she even paid for a ChatGPT Premium.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, before we used to be scared. Like you'll be typing outside, you are prompting AI, and you are like, you don't want
your boss to know.
Yeah, you don't want your boss to know. You don't want people to see that you are using AI. But now even companies are paying. Yeah, they are subscribing for their employees. So
yeah. Okay, one more. Humans will depend on AI too much in the future. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, I agree.
I agree too. Yeah. Yeah. So last question before we finally round up. So do you think AI is actually helping people grow? Or is just helping them look like what they want? Like, is it actually helping them grow, or is giving them the illusion that they are growing?
I I feel like AI is giving a lot of people illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Most especially, I'm going to talk from the angle of technology right now. So people in tech. So if you're just starting your technology journey right now, uh, you might have this illusion that you're growing because I have something that can just vomit something out for me. I'll just tell it, write me PRD, and you
Mm-hmm.
just write it. So I'll be like, at the beginning, I'll be like, why am I learning how to write a PRD?
Right.
So, but for people that started before AI, 2020, 2021, we knew like the real work behind writing PRDs yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it's just going to give you this illusion that I know how to do this thing
Mm-hmm.
because you are just seeing autocomplete everywhere, in code terminals and all right now for code editors, autocomplete everywhere. For writing PRDs, Claude can do it for you. For writing documents, can do it for you. So what's the essence? So, but when you vomit those things out for you, you'll be like, oh, I did this. You want to gain some ownership of that, whereas you're the one that wrote it.
Yeah.
So, and you feel like you're growing, whereas you're not. So I still feel like people still need to go back to the basics. Right? If you're a designer, you still need to learn how design really works so that you can use AI to amplify your knowledge. If you are a PM, you still need to learn the fundamentals behind product manager. If you're a programmer, a software developer, you still need to learn the core idea behind programming and all system designs and stuff like that. Then AI will now amplify what you know. So I feel like that's the idea. So, but if you are reliant on it, which I feel like a lot of people are, so it will just give you that illusion that you're growing, whereas you're not.
All right. Yeah, that makes actual sense, to be honest. I do think so. Like, the topic says, like, AI, hype or real deal. So, I do really think AI is the real deal, to be very honest. So, but what would you like advise people, like, like people that are scared of using AI, or people who haven't started using AI? What would you like advise them? Especially for people who are just like transitioning into tech. How would you advise them, like, AI would help them in their tech career?
Okay. So first off, I'll say that we should not be scared. So the former generations were like this when technology came. I remember then when some pastors were like, social media is evil, don't use social media, blah blah blah. But you see churches everywhere now.
On social
Yeah, on social media, they are doing live services and all. So at the beginning of every technology, it's always like that. People have different ideas and be scared. People tell you different kind of things. Don't use this, don't use that. But I'll just say that you should try as much as possible to use AI. But what I would advise if you are just coming into the tech industry or any industry, but because this is like a tech podcast, so if you are just coming into the tech industry, you need to learn the basics. So to have some basic understanding, basic knowledge, then as you grow, you will start using AI to amplify what you know. As a product manager, you still need to learn how to do customer interview. You still need to know how to handle your stakeholder. You still need to learn how to write your PRD, technical specs and all. You still need to understand those things. Then when you now know it to some level, AI will now start giving you a lot of ideas. AI will start amplifying your work. And I feel like quickly you can grow, right? From becoming a junior to somewhere around becoming a senior. So I think
Hi,
that's
thank
it.
you very much, Olatunde. This has
Yeah.
been such an enlightening conversation. I was even thinking it was going to be more fun, but I've actually learned a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's been an amazing conversation talking about AI with you. And it's also
You're
really
welcome.
nice that, like, you joined us in our pilot episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the end of
Yeah.
the
So nice.
episode.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone, for listening out there. This is Mactabis Digital. You can find us on Instagram, Mactabis Digital. You can find us on LinkedIn. You can find us on basically everywhere as Mactabis Digitals. Until next time, thank you everyone.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.